We are going to make some of the cutest little homes in The Sims 4 today, and they're going to be inspired by Polly Pocket. I think these vintage playsets for them are the cutest things in the world. The whole idea is for the dollhouse to look like a compact, and you open it up to reveal a tiny world inside. And I actually came across this BuzzFeed article where they used AI to see what Polly Pocket playsets would look like as different states. And I was so intrigued that I want to try and do the same thing, but for worlds in The Sims 4. But before we get started today, this video is sponsored by Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. Cozy Grove Camp Spirit is a new, cozy, and relaxing game available on iOS and Android devices through the Netflix Games platform. This game is so adorable because the entire thing focuses on themes of kindness and positivity. It's the second game of the Cozy Grove series, but both games center around a new spirit scout camping on a haunted and ever-changing island. You'll start off in a world that is dull and gray and full of troubled ghosts, but through your adventures and your friendships, you can find ways to spread light to the entire island. Cozy Grove Camp Spirit is great because not only is it a cozy game, which you know I love, but it is also more accessible and inclusive with a universal theme of kindness, which a wide range of players will enjoy. Plus, the ASMR in this game is very satisfying. This game also features multiplayer elements, so you have the option to play with your friends by helping each other perform tasks and exchanging gifts. You can find Cozy Grove Camp Spirit now in the Netflix app. It's available exclusively for Netflix members, meaning there are no ads, no in-app purchases, and no extra fees. And on top of that, there are now over 90 games you can play as part of your Netflix membership. So check out Cozy Grove Camp Spirit now using the link down in my description below. And thank you so much to Cozy Grove Camp Spirit for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. So we're gonna make a few different ones today, but let's start off in Henford on Bagley. This world comes with the Sims 4 cottage living, so we'll be making a cottagecore Polly Pocket build. Okay, first thing we have to do is make that round shape. I think most of them will have a round shape today, so we're going to take the extra large rounded deck piece, and I'm just gonna place that around 4 times. Literally just making a circle. Oh god. And then we're gonna take the wall tool, and we're actually gonna hold control to get rid of these walls here. So we're just gonna be left with that rounded shape, and I'm keeping the fence on top, basically because this way it's so much easier to change it, and we won't really be needing this, but I'm just gonna replace it with a small fence for now. Then we're gonna take hold of our circle and we're gonna raise it up, and for now I'll just add some stairs right at the front. So from here we need to make the iconic Polly Pocket shape. So all of our builds today are gonna look like you could just open them up and then close them. So for the top part, I was looking around and I found this butterfly vent. This is from the Sims 4 cottage living. We're gonna size this up, and then I'm gonna raise it up so it's in line with the rest of the build. I kind of want that butterfly to be peeking up a little, so I'm adding one there, and then I'm actually gonna go around to the back, and I'm just gonna add another one right behind. So just making this the same size and raising it up to meet. Oh, this is already so cute. I know this is gonna turn out. I also like to add a little rim around, like instead of the fence. So for that, what if we used some hay? I'm gonna size this up a little bit, and I'm just gonna trace around the fence that we have, basically just making a barrier with the hay. I'm using Alt on my keyboard so I can angle it properly without it clipping to a grid. And by the way, I have done something similar and bigger like this before. It was included in a different dollhouse build video, so I will link that down below if you're interested. All right, so the hay has been placed. Now I think I'm gonna go in with this flooring here from For Rent, and now we can start to bring this thing to life. So I want it to look 3D. I mean, obviously, but we want it to look like a whole mini world. So I'm actually gonna take this tree. I believe this came with cottage living pre-order, but I'm gonna size it down and put it right there. This tree is so cute. It has a little fairy door there. It has hanging lights on it. Very on theme. But what if we made our own swing hanging from it? I'm gonna open up debug, and we're gonna make this ourselves. So I'm gonna gather my materials. I need this wood plank. I'm just gonna put a couple right here so I can use them later. We're gonna put them together, and that's going to be the seat. And then what can I use as the rope? I have this campfire stick. I could like raise these up and put them on top of each other. Oh, there's the same thing here in base game. Okay, so I'm gonna take this stick and I'm just gonna raise it up into the tree so it's gonna look like it's hanging down. And then I'm just gonna take another one and connect them, and I'm basically just gonna repeat that process. And then once I have this sticks laid out, I'm gonna raise up my planks and we're just gonna attach those onto there. And I'll do another one. This isn't gonna be functional, obviously, but we could put something on there. This could be a shelf. Okay, loving that. And then what if we went in with these here from Cottage Living and I can shrink them and just put them along the branches? So it's gonna look even more whimsical like that. I'll just attach this one up top. Wait, how adorable would it be if we raised a TV up and put it on top of the swing? Stop, I love that. And then instead of adding like actual rugs, I was thinking about using these around from Snowy Escape. They're meant to just look like grass and rocks. And one thing about Henford, there is a lot of greenery going on. I think a bench like this from Horse Ranch could be a perfect love seat. Also from Horse Ranch, we could use this floral chair. And then we also add a coffee table. I think the mismatching furniture look is gonna be super cute here. We'll add the bunny bookshelf. And then I was also thinking about adding a pergola. What if we just use the base game one here? Ooh, you know what one problem I think we might run into doing it this way is the bathroom. Because if I put my bathroom out in the open like this, Sims aren't gonna like that. They're not gonna want to use it. So before we go any further, I'm gonna take my basement tool and I'm just gonna draw a basement right here. Then we can stick a ladder right on the edge there and I can build a wall here and they'll have their own bathroom down below. That way we can make it bigger and we won't have to really deal with any restrictions that way. So we'll come back to that in a sec, but let's finish off like the bedroom. I'm gonna add in this bed from Island Living. Ooh, let's hang the lights from High School Years underneath the pergola. Another issue we need to solve is the front door, because otherwise Sims are gonna be just walking up, watching our cute TV, and we can't have that. Especially with vampires lurking around in the background. We see you. So my first instinct was to literally just draw a wall and put a door there, but that's gonna ruin the vibe. What if we tried a gate? What if I went in with this from Horse Ranch and just like put it right at the top of the stairs? We can leave enough room so Sims can like step up there. Let's see if that works. Let me just click anywhere for my Sim to go here. Okay, she's running over. I think this is gonna work. Oh, just gotta make it there. Okay, she's walking up. This is gonna work. And with the gate there, we can lock the door for other people. So now that we know that's gonna work, I'm gonna start making my kitchen, which isn't going to be too big. We could add a couple counters here, a sink, and then the oven can go on the end. This way we'll have room for prep, we'll have everything we need. We could even put a trash can over here. I want like a big dining table. So we could use this one here from Get Together, and then I'm using Cottage Living chairs going around that. We could add another rug. And then since we're technically still outside, I was thinking about decorating with real flowers. So I think I'm gonna go with these yellow ones. These are from the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. I'm gonna add them in both corners here, I think. We can use barrels from My Wedding Stories as end tables. And then to make it look a little more fancy, I'm gonna add this arch right at the front. I think we're also gonna go over the top with the landscaping, so I'm gonna add these massive mushroom trees. These are actually chairs from Cottage Living. I love sizing them up. I feel like the big mushrooms always just make it look so magical. We'll add some terrain paint at the front, some debug flowers. So here's our first Polly Pocket home in a cottagecore aesthetic here in Henford. I already know I'm gonna love all of these. This turned out so cute. I finished off the landscaping just adding some base game plants around. I added this super adorable mailbox from The Sims 4 Werewolves. And then in the actual home, I added a little bit more clutter. I added more flowers behind this swing set. I love the big mushroom trees in the background, making it seem like we've shrunk down. We're super tiny. The whole thing is so adorable so far, but we still have to come down and finish off our bathroom. And since we're down here, I kind of want to make it look like a secret storybook bathroom. I want to use one of these archways again, and we'll shrink it down and put it over top of the bathtub. The nice thing about building down here is if I need more room, I can just pull it and make it bigger. Also loving this swatch of that arch. I think I'm gonna surround the archway with these curtains here, and a mirror here would be fun. It would be like a magic mirror. I'm reading way too much fantasy, but like that is really cool, don't lie. I'm gonna add a rug from Cats and Dogs for a little more color. On that note, we could also try the Jungle Adventures sink. We could add the mirror there from Werewolves, and also this barrel plant from Werewolves. Our toilet can go on this side, and I'm adding a stand-up mirror here too. We're just going to fill the rest of the room up with hanging plants. And there we have our whimsical bathroom. I love the mirror behind the tub and all the hanging plants in here. This worked out. This is is a good solution to our problem. All right, so we're done with the cottagecore Polly Pocket home. Let's move on and do something different. What if we did Del Sol Valley? So this world comes with The Sims 4 Get Famous. It's got a very Hollywood, LA kind of aesthetic. So Hollywood aesthetic we shall create. All right, so same old thing again. We're doing the circle thing, delete the walls, raise it up. We're gonna use a different item as our background this time. I'm gonna take this item. This is from the Sims 4 Decor to the Max kit. It has this weird pattern going on in it, but when you size it up, the pattern just goes away, which is perfect for us. So we're gonna size this up again, raise it up. We definitely have to do the same thing in the back this time since it has like the hanging things in the back. So we'll just hide those. And this one's going to be all about the lights. So we're gonna use this block. This is from the Luxury Party Stuff Pack, everyone's favorite stuff pack. And same thing, I'm just gonna use Alt and angle them around. So all of them are gonna complete the circle. All right, so there we are. By the way, this is a really random lot. It's actually a park lot, which you can change into a residential one. And it's located like right in the middle of the city. So this is about to be a landmark. But I was thinking for the background this time, we make it look a little more extra. I'm going in with this. This is from Get Famous. I'm basically gonna raise it up as high as I can get it. And I wanted to turn the bottom into a skyline. So the Sims 4 Growing Together has this cityscape statue. We're going to take this and size it up and we're gonna make our own skyline with it. I'm gonna use it in different swatches and different sizes just so it doesn't look too repetitive even though we're using the same item. And we can rotate it so it goes different ways. Oh, that turned out pretty good too. I also wanted to incorporate some kind of celebrity tiles. And over to the left here, you can see this walkway. I want to make something similar right down the middle. So I'm using this flooring from Get Famous. And then again, under Get Famous, we have this celebrity tile. And there are different swatches for these, so we can play around, add some different ones. And I'm just gonna go in a pattern. So we'll just add some different ones as we go. And then we can just add some other kind of flooring to the other sides. We'll get our little bathroom going. I'll add a ladder for my bathroom. And before I go any further, I'm gonna add some palm trees here. And I also wanted to add 2 of the massive spotlights from Get Famous. So I think I'm gonna add those right at the front. I don't know if I want them to be in the front or in the back. I'm also gonna hide a bunch of saucer lights behind my buildings here just so that they match the lighting of everything else. And of course, we're also going to need our gate. We'll make the gate look a little bit more grand by adding these sculptures here. Okay, so I found a limo in debug. Well, I technically searched it on the gallery and someone else found it, but I'm gonna download this. And I was thinking about just putting it out front, but what if I used it as part of my bed? I don't really know how that would work. Is it better off just going out front? Do we have something here? Wait, this could be like a Hollywood drive-in situation. Like, what if I added my TV here? I don't really want to cover the skyline though. We could possibly just like work it into the skyline. And since it's Polly Pocket, it's fine if all our cars are super tiny. Is this just gonna end up being the coziest thing ever? I'm basically making it like one big outdoor slumber party in Hollywood. We could put a fridge over here and try and blend it into the skyline, or like it can be over here beside this building. And then again, same thing, we're just gonna need oven, sink, and one counter. Or we could also add an island here, and then we can just add some chairs and we have more than enough room for prep. Actually, this way we could add the popcorn machine and just other Get Famous clutter like some of these trophies. We could add a dresser hidden over here with a stand-up mirror, and we could also use a dining table. So I've been using the tables, chairs, and bar stools from bowling night. For skill items, we totally need a microphone, and I'm also gonna add some guitars over here. This person wants to make it big. They're practicing in front of the mirror all the time. Maybe we could perform here as well. And I think for the rest of this, I'm just gonna add seating all around. Like Sims are coming here, they're getting comfy, they're watching the movie. All right, so here we have our Hollywood Del Sol Valley inspired Polly Pocket house. I added some more lights going on in the background. They're meant to be theater lights. They match the other one we had, and I feel like they just give it something hiding behind those trees. I also added more of the star trophies going on inside our garden, and here's how the actual house turned out. So random with the cars around, the whole like drive-in movie theme. I don't know, kind of random, but I just went with it and I feel like it's different. We've got our bed, they got some skill items there, a full kitchen. I've also just been hiding the smoke detectors like behind something else. They'll still pick it up up if there's a fire, don't worry. And now all we have to do is our bathroom down below. So I was thinking about making a dressing room, backstage inspired bathroom. For our door, there's this swatch from Get Famous that has a star on it. And I also never noticed before, but there are also like dressing room ones, beauty rooms. We're gonna go with this one and we're gonna add some checkered flooring in here. We could add pink wallpaper. I'm gonna use a counter for my sink. So we'll just add one there, but then I wanna add vanities or a place where someone could theoretically sit and do their makeup. So to make that work, let's use island pieces on the other side. That way we can actually add chairs to them. And then we also have this item here from Get to Work. Why this item didn't come with a mirror inside is beyond me, but that's okay because we can just add one in. So I'm gonna use these from Get Famous and then we'll just adjust the lights so they're gonna be covering. We'll have a little bit of a pattern peeking through, but I actually don't think I mind that. And then to take the whole vanity thing even further, we have this from the Everyday Clutter Kit. I'm gonna add that on one of them. It has like little hair clips and nail polish on it. And there are other items we could use like the hair dryer from the bathroom kit. There are all these perfumes and stuff we could add. The Everyday Clutter Kit also has like the makeup clutter. I wanted to do the triangle tub from Get Famous. Along with these, I feel like it would be cool if we added some of the wardrobe pictures. So I'm gonna change the swatches. There are some fun ones in here. There's an Elvis inspired one. We've got this like Cleopatra kind of thing, a more 60s look. We could also make use of the star mirror somewhere. We can put like a whole record player in here. Wait, I think it would look so cute on the Vintage Glamour bar cart, just kind of like this. We could add a whole bowling light in here, and any empty space, I'm just gonna add some more movie posters. Like one behind the toilet, like that would be cute. All right, I like that we're ending up with a lot of room to play around with these bathrooms. I was concerned that we would have to make just like a tiny one, but this has so much stuff in here and I love the theme. And because we went with this, what if we also did a smaller like wardrobe room over here? The lighting's a little off in here because of the ladder, so maybe we actually won't go too crazy. I'll just add some shoes here. This can be like a small shoe closet. All right, we have one more to do and I think we should head over to Strangerville. All right, so I've already set everything up with a circle. I'm using the same wall decor from the Decor to the Max kit, and this time to make our circle, I use these. These are like coffee tables or end tables from the Desert Luxe kit. They just came in the same orange color, so for this one, we're just gonna go with a general desert Strangerville aesthetic. But for this one, I was thinking about making another floor. So what we're gonna do is go in with the room tool, and then I'm going to turn my grid on, and I'm gonna use a flat round flooring piece to create a deck up top. Then we're gonna delete the piece underneath. I'm gonna have to fill it in, so I'll just like cover that back up again. And the room hopefully will just slide into the wall decor. Then from there, all we'll have to do is add like stairs. I'll probably add a ladder just to save some room. And we're still gonna have to do our room in the basement. But now we have a whole other room available. I can add some trim on there. We could add some flooring. I can actually even add a fence around here. And then for this one, we could also add on to the background. Like I could use this. This is a massive Strangerville sign. We could add in some graffiti down here. We could size up some cacti in the background. Or what if we had it like leaning in a little? We could also size up some of these plants here and put them at the front and add some terrain paint down here. And what if we turn this bottom part into a bar? I actually really love the bar that comes with Strangerville. It has so many little knickknacks on there, like little cactus. Some of it is plain themed too. And then the actual matching bar has all these street signs on it. I'm gonna add these bar stools from the Industrial Loft kit. I've actually just moved our bar forward a little bit, and behind the bar we could hide some bookshelves. We can use a rug back here from Horse Ranch, and I'm also gonna use the same rug up top but in a different swatch. This is where we could add our bed. My end tables can be these ones from Desert Luxe. This one is kind of gonna end up being like a bohemian hitchhiker sort of vibe. So things like this from Laundry Day would look good here, like these little chairs. I added a coffee table there, and I'm gonna add a TV facing the living room. I always like to kind of hide the back of the TV. I don't know why. It's not like it's even the biggest deal. I just like to not have it showing. So I'm just surrounding the back of it with some plants. Oh, I forgot we have this little weird guy too. Maybe we could size this one up down at the bottom. I also think the high school years egg chair could be cute somewhere. We could add a couple of these down in our library. We may as well add the matching love seat. And then we're obviously still gonna need things like kitchen and dining. So I'm using this super cute chair from City Living. I always forget about these, but the chairs are painted and the swatches have some different patterns. Like this one is so cute, but I'm feeling some green for here. For the kitchen, I feel like we should use some more rundown furniture. So we're gonna add the used oven and fridge from City Living. What about the piano from Horse Ranch? Like the stand-up one? Oh, I wish I found this sooner because it's gonna be such a random placement. I mean, maybe we could put it by the bed, just making all the use of our space. I'm adding some guitars down here. I deleted the graffiti that was behind because I feel like it was maybe a little too much. So I'm trying to replace it with this clock. Maybe that's too much too. I can't really tell. All right, so this is how our Strangerville Polly Pocket home turned out. I could literally make a million of these. This is so much fun. So let me know if you guys want to see more. But we've got our bar area. I added these barrels over here from Horse Ranch with some guitars around, some more chairs. We have our kitchen over to the left, the dining table, and in the back under there, I just added a record player. Up top, we have our bedroom, and I added this tiny little dresser because that's all I had room for. We have our piano, our bed, and our TV. So all we have to do next is the bathroom, and I found this Strangerville door that says no aliens allowed. So what if we made our bathroom that leads into this secret alien research room? Although I haven't really decided how we're gonna make it a secret yet. We do have some secret doors, like I have this bookshelf, but why would there be a bookshelf in a bathroom? Although you never know, some people like to read in the bath. Would it be that weird? I don't really know. Okay, let me see. We're gonna have our shower, our bathtub, and then we can have our sink and our toilet on the other side. We can make this room look relatively normal. Maybe some Strangerville art in here. And we could add another bookshelf just to throw them off. Like this is technically a table, but it functions as a bookshelf. And then we just raise up some towels on top of there and hopefully no one will question it. Wait, this actually kind of works. Adding in that bookshelf, I feel like made this one look not as obvious. Just trying to create the most space possible so that Sims can still get into that bathtub. Yeah, and then back here, we could use the listening device from Strangerville. And we invite a bunch of people over to the bar, but the bar is where we do all our research. We can add a bunch of like cork boards in here. All of our research is down here. We can add like the pie chart thing down here. This is giving that scene in It's Always Sunny where Charlie is like pointing at the whiteboard. That's the vibe I'm going for down here. Just get like files all over the wall. These are some random themes we've used today. I kind of just went with whatever came to mind. And sometimes the best builds come from that randomness. All right, so here's our alien listening room. Super secret, connected to our bathroom. And there we have our Strangerville Western inspired Polly Pocket house. I hope you guys like this video. This was really fun for me to make, and I hope I gave you some inspiration to make your own unique builds like that. If you guys like the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know any build ideas you want to see me do in the future. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.